It keeps your deadlines, notes, grades, and even habits in one clean space, so you can finally stop stressing and actually focus on studying. Hey y'all, real talk, being a student can be overwhelming. I remember last semester when I was juggling 5 courses, a part-time job, and trying to, have a life. I had sticky notes everywhere, a million Google Docs, and I still forgot a deadline for a history essay. Not fun. If you've ever pulled an all-nighter because you lost track of assignments or felt that fashed from scattered notes, this video is for you. I get it. That's why I put together this Notion academic planner to save my sanity. And spoiler, it helped reduce my stress big time. Welcome to your new Study HQ. The first thing you see is a clean, minimal dashboard that's not cluttered. Super important when you're trying to focus. It even says, "Welcome back," with a little friendly icon. I chose a cute bunny because why not? We need all the positivity, right? The vibe here is cozy and chill, nothing corporate or dull. On this main page, you've got a quick navigation menu that links to all the important sections of the planner. Think of it like the table of contents for your student life. From here, you can jump to your class schedule, your assignments list, notes, resources, habit tracker, even a spot for your finances. It's all right there, so you're never more than a click away from whatever you need. No more digging through folders or random apps to find your syllabus or that one homework due tomorrow. Oh, and the layout is designed to work on desktop and mobile. We'll talk about mobile in a bit, but just know that this main dashboard is where you can see a snapshot of everything. A quick look at upcoming due dates, maybe a motivational quote. I like to put something like, "Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn," at the top. Cheesy, but it helps. Alright, so here's the part that honestly saved me last semester. This planner's got a built-in priority matrix. It's basically the Eisenhower method, but in Notion. It splits everything into 4 boxes. Do now, urgent and important, like that assignment due tomorrow. Plan ahead, still important but not last-minute panic stuff. Delegate, things you can actually get help with, like group projects. And my favourite, drop it, tasks that looked important but aren't. Seriously, once I started using this, my list went from like 20 random tasks to just a few things that actually mattered. Huge stress relief. Here's the part I love most, the assignments planner. This is the core of the whole setup, where all your homework, projects, and exam prep tasks live. It might look like a regular to-do list at first, but trust me, it's so much more. I've organised it as a priority matrix combined with a weekly schedule board, so you can see what to do first and when to do it. Now here's a feature I didn't know I needed until I had it, time tracking. It sounds kind of type A, but hear me out, it's actually kind of fun and so useful. There's a built-in time tracker in this planner that lets you log study sessions. When you sit down to study or start an assignment, you can hit a little start button. I have a property in Notion for this, super easy to use. It will record the start time, and when you're done, hit finish and it records the end time. Why bother? Because it automatically logs your session into a database and plots it on a calendar. It's like having a study diary without any extra work. For example, I started working on that math assignment at 10 AM and finished at 11 AM. The planner logs a 1-hour session linked to Algebra Problems, Chapter 5. Later, if I open the calendar view, I'll actually see a block for that study session on today's date. How cool is that? I can literally look at my week and see, oh, I spent 5 hours on literature, but only 1 hour on English. Maybe I need to balance that. It's an awesome reality check. No more lying to myself that I studied all day when I actually scrolled TikTok for 3 hours. The time tracker keeps me honest. And don't worry, if you forget to start the timer, you can always manually log a session. It's super chill. The goal isn't to micromanage you, it's to help you see where your time goes and help you become more consistent. Alright, let's talk about grades. That one metric we love to hate. I'm the kind of person who likes to know where I stand in a class. If I'm rocking an A, I want to keep it. And if I'm sliding into C or D territory, I need that wake-up call to get my act together. So I built a grade tracker into this planner that's super handy. In the score section of the planner, you have a table or a page for each of your school subjects. Maths, English, biology, whatever you're taking. For each subject, you can record things like your current grade or latest exam score, and even a target grade if you're aiming for one. For example, under English literature, I've noted current grade 79, C, needs improvement. Seeing that note, needs improvement, next to a C was like a personal nudge. It's way harder to ignore a class when your planner is reminding you, hey, you're at a C, let's bump that up. On the flip side, if you've got an A in something, it's a nice little confidence boost every time you see it. Now, the cool part is that this is linked with your assignments. So if I click on my English literature subject, I can see all the assignments, essays, and readings associated with that class, along with the scores I got on each, if I've entered them. It's all in one place. Let's say I got a B- on my last essay. I'll log that in the assignment entry. Over time, you've essentially built a grade log. This helps you identify which assignments pulled your grade down or up. It's like data for your academic performance. Use it to your advantage. If all your low scores are, say, quizzes, then you know to focus on studying differently for quizzes. Another nifty section in this planner is teacher contacts. Ever need to email a teacher or prof at 11 p.m. and you're frantically searching the syllabus PDF for their email? Yeah, I've done that too. No more. In the teacher contacts page, I have a list of all my professors, teachers with their email, office hours, phone if applicable, and any other notes, like prefers to be contacted via email or office in room 204. For instance, I can see Mrs. Evelyn Park, math teacher, evelyn.park@school.edu. Office hours, Monday, Wednesday, 3 to 5 p.m. Having this info at my fingertips is such a time saver and stress reducer. If I'm stuck on an assignment or need clarification, I can quickly grab the contact and reach out. Now, let's get into the notes and study materials part of this setup. If you're anything like me, you have notes everywhere. First off, there's a notes database, basically your digital notebook for each class or topic. The way I set it up is by subject, so you can have notes pages for different topics or chapters within a subject. When I open it, it's not just a blank page. I have a little template in there. You can customize this that prompts me to jot down key points, questions, and a summary. I fill in things. Then maybe a section for questions I have, great for asking in class or researching later, and a quick summary in my own words. By the end of the chapter or class, I have a neat, concise study note that I can review later without wading through the whole textbook again. This changed how I study, because come exam time, all my important notes are already organised by topic and ready to review. No more shuffling through 10 notebooks or files to piece together what the heck I learned. Next up, the resources and reading library. I combined a few things here. It's a place to save useful links, articles, and book references, all tied to your subjects. Suppose your teacher mentions a great website for practice problems, or you find a YouTube lecture that's gold. Toss the link in here with a tag for the subject. For books, say you have to read The Great Gatsby for class, you add it to the library. There's actually a little book tracker in the template. I can put in the book title, author, what category it is, novel, textbook, etc., and even track my reading progress, like 70 pages out of 180 read, 39% done. It will show a progress bar or just the percentage. It might sound extra, but seeing that progress bar move is oddly motivating. I'm like, okay, 40% done, keep going. And if you're reading multiple books, some for class, some for fun, it's nice to have a log of them all. Within each book entry, I can also jot personal insights or quotes I liked. For Gatsby, I might save a quote like, "So we beat on boats against the current," in a section for quotes. Or if I'm researching for a paper, I'll keep notes there about the book. Essentially, your resource library becomes your knowledge hub. Links, books, papers, all organised. When writing a paper or studying for a test, you don't have to recall, where did I save that link about the French Revolution? It's right in your Notion, under resources, tagged with history or whatever subject. Okay, so we've covered the hardcore study stuff, assignments, notes, grades, but I'm a big believer that school doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your personal habits and even your finances, if you're an older student working or budgeting, affect how well you can study. Ever try to focus on an empty stomach or after 4 hours of sleep? Not great. That's why I included a habits tracker and a simple wallet income expense tracker in this planner. Let's break those down. The habit tracker is a dashboard widget where you can keep an eye on daily habits that keep you healthy and sane. You can customize these to whatever habits you're working on. The idea isn't to guilt trip you, but to give you a gentle reminder of the self-care and routines that make you a better student. Now, I know you're not always going to be at your laptop when inspiration strikes or when you suddenly remember an assignment. That's why this planner comes with a mobile-friendly view. Notion on mobile can be a bit cramped, but I've set up a special mobile dashboard that's slimmed down to just the essentials. Think today's tasks, quick add buttons, and maybe your top priorities. The mobile view means your planner is with you wherever you go. You'll always have that peace of mind of knowing what's coming up next. Now, the wallet section might seem a bit extra for an academic planner, but hear me out. If you're in college or even high school, you probably have some kind of budget. Maybe you're saving up allowance, tracking textbook expenses, or working a side hustle. Money stress can totally distract from studying. I've been there counting pennies for coffee during finals week, so I added a simple finance tracker. This planner is different because it's all in one. It's not just a calendar, not just a to-do list, not just a notebook. It's all of those glued together in a way that makes sense for students. The biggest win for me was how it reduced that feeling of overwhelm. Instead of 100 things buzzing in my brain, I could literally see them laid out, prioritize them, schedule them, and tackle them one by one. It turned, OMG, I have so much to do, into, okay, I see what I need to do, I have a plan, I got this. That mindset shift is huge. It can be the difference between panicking and procrastinating versus feeling on top of your stuff and actually doing well and having time to chill. If you want to try this out for yourself, I've made the template available on Gumroad. This isn't a hard sell, I promise. I put a lot of work into it and I genuinely want it to help you. The link will be in the description. You can grab the template, load it into a Notion with just a couple of clicks. So if you're ready to stress less and get more organised, go check out the template. Alright, that's it for this tour. Thank you so much for hanging out and letting me share something that made a huge difference for me. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, maybe subscribe for more nerdy student hacks, and definitely let me know in the comments what your biggest study struggle is, or if you have any questions about the planner.